Choi. Dr. Choi is an assistant professor in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Florida A&M University, Florida State University, College of Engineering. He leads the Sustainable and Resilient Infrastructure Laboratory to address emerging issues facing critical infrastructure systems, which spans from aging infrastructure to climate change, sustainability, and post-disaster resiliency. Dr. Choi received an NSF National Science Foundation Rapid Grant to look at COVID-19 and its impact on municipal solid waste management facilities. Please join me in welcoming our second panelist.
Yeah, thank you, Colleen, for your kind introduction. My name is Juyeong Choi, and in this presentation, I would like to talk about how we can make our waste management systems resilient enough to keep the environment clean and minimize the potential spread of the infectious disease. Next slide, please. So our waste management services are a kind of a system which consists of multiple entities and their interaction. For example, next. Please, yes. Once waste is collected by either recycling trucks, waste collectors, or people from residential areas and local businesses, the collected waste will proceed to different facilities such as transfer station and landfill sites. Although different waste management systems offer similar services, but their systems are unique in terms of what entities exist in the system, how these entities interact with one another, and please click. Please next, yes. Who owns and manage these facilities? In response to these challenges, each system has adopted each system differently. For instance, as you can see from the slide, in order to accommodate a spike in the volume of residential waste, some systems stopped picking up yard waste and focused their resources on the collection of residential waste, which resulted in a change in the interaction between waste collectors and residential customers. Also, please, next, please. Due to the limited PPE for waste workers, other local government agencies and volunteer organizations become important part of the system. Next slide, please. Let's take a look at two waste management systems, one system in Florida and the other one in California, and compare them to see how they have responded differently during the pandemic. This is one of the waste management system in Florida, as you can see in this slide. The waste to energy facilities is the primary means of disposal to this system. From the waste generation source, commercial and residential waste is collected in two ways: transport by customers themselves to the collection point and the collection by the waste collectors. Next slide, please. In the beginning of the pandemic, around like April, this system faced lots of challenges and had to take a lot of adaptive measures. Next, please. In particular, there was suspension of household hazardous waste services due to the difficulty in maintaining social distances. And also, next, material recovery facilities were suspended and all of the recyclables were diverted to waste to energy facility due to the concern about recycling contamination. As a result, some of the interactions between entities were removed, as you can see in this slide. Next slide, please. Now let's look at the second system in California. There are three main sources of the waste stream: residential, commercial, and industry roll-off. Please note that unlike System 1, this system mainly relies on material recovery facility and composting facility to treat any incoming daily waste, and does not have waste energy facilities in the system, since California does not allow for having incineration facilities in the system. Next, please. Like System 1 in Florida, this system also experienced lots of challenges and took various adaptive measures in the beginning of the pandemic. But unlike System 1, there was no change in interactions between system entities. In particular, next please. In response to the concern about the recycling contamination, the system addressed this concern by allowing the recyclables to stay for a longer period before sorting, instead of diverting the recyclables to other disposal facilities. In other words, two systems have responded to even the same challenge differently. Next, please. So different systems may face their own unique challenges and responded differently. Next, please. Then how can we develop a plan for future pandemic events? Next. We believe that our RAPID project can develop an informational database where a local waste management system can find and adapt the best management practices based on their regional context and system characteristics. Next. Similarly, other extreme events such as natural disasters cause lots of challenges to local waste management systems, and we believe that such accumulated knowledge help us to respond to such disruptive events in a more sustainable and effective way. Thank you, and this is the end of my presentation.